and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is the week 3 of 2021, January the 17th through the 23rd, weekly wrap up for you guys and sneak peek. Okay, so yeah, this process of doing like 2 videos a week on the Sunday is kind of time consuming, so I'm finding out. And last week, I had put in my head that I was going to record on Saturday night. Yeah, that didn't happen. Thanks to India, because, you know, she decided to do Wind Down Wednesday on a Saturday night at that. And I decided to chat with her, not on screen, but like in the chat area and stuff like that, and just kind of chill with her and then watch television and things like that. And this whole entire week has been like super chill anyways, because I had a whole bunch of emotions that I didn't know that I had for the last 4 years just kind of release from my body on Wednesday, and it was just that was just the week. That was just the week. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of boxes. Did you guys not see the thumbnail? Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna put the boxes in the thumbnail, or if I'm just gonna use my face in the thumbnail. Cause what are you guys thinking about the new thumbnails that I'm doing? Are you liking the whole like stand out sort of look that I'm giving? Can we talk about my new headband? Because these are amazing. I found them on the big bad Amazon, of course. And they're not just headbands. They're what are called, I guess, chemo caps. So it's actually like this is turned into a headband because there's a hole in the fabric in the way that it's like sewn together, but it can also be like a squishy hat, and I think they are absolutely adorable. I got like 5 of them in different patterns in this set, and then I have another set of like 6 coming, and then I got some plain colored ones just so I can like rock out with satin lined. Well, that's the only thing. These don't have satin lining. I believe my other ones do have satin lining, so I can just like rock them around the house and not have to worry about my hair and things like that. So yeah, there's that. I don't know where I was going with that, but how are we liking the hair? I hope you guys like the hair, and I hope you like my little headbands, because I like them. I think they're cute, even though they're super patterned, and it's hard to like do patterns with my like character t-shirts that I get from Teespring, or not Teespring, T-Turtle. Wow. I have so many T-Turtle shirts that I don't know what to do with myself, but I love them. I'm addicted to them. They're so reasonably priced, and they're so soft, and then there's great shipping and things like that. I really wish that they would give me like an affiliation, something or another, but you know, I don't know. That's a totally different thing. So, book mail. So, I got my Sips buy box, which means this should be for February. I haven't opened it yet. Not going to open it. But leave me down in the comment section some sort of tea videos that you guys think that I should do with that. Because you guys seem to like the videos where I do a tag instead of doing a sprint with you guys while doing the tea presentation and stuff like that. So let me know down in the comment if there are any tea sort of tags that you guys want me to do, and we might make that happen for February. Let's see what else. I also got my Harlequin box. Make sure I'm not showing y'all my address. Sorry. So I got my Harlequin box, and I did order some things, so this may be a I ended up getting 2 boxes from Harlequin. So let's find out what's in this one, because I know I ordered some stuff. I also am a reader subscriber, so I get things that way. Oh, okay. So my copy of Hunting a Killer by Nicole Helm, which is the fourth book in the Tactical Crime Division, Grand Rapids. Is it Grand Rapids? Yes, I believe it's Grand Rapids. Through their Harlequin Intrigue line, and I'm super excited to get to this one. This is about the canine handler that we learned about through those other 3 books, and I'm excited to read this one. I read that series last year, and at the end of the year, and then I did a video on it for the Read Bliss team, which, if you did not know, I am a partner with them. Read Bliss is a channel for all things romance, and they have different partnerships with different other romance booktubers, so go check them out. I will leave the link in the description box just in case you guys want to go check that out. I always remind you at the end of the month during my wrap-ups and stats videos that I'm a partner with them as well, but they do have some videos that I have submitted, so coming out, so go check those out. Then I got this package right here from Source Books. I really don't like white packages because they wash me out in my videos, but let's see, what did Source send me? Okay, so Source sent me Jackson by LaQuette. I think I'm saying that correct. If I am not mistaken, this is a Black author, and it comes at the perfect time, because if you guys did not know, I am one of the co-hosts for the Black Author Readathon that I announced, we announced on Tuesday. Yes, on Tuesday of this week. So go check out that video right there, and find out what's going on with that, because they're going to be prizes, so make sure that you're getting in on that one. But this comes at the perfect time, because I'm pretty sure this is a Black author, and it looks like there's going to be at least one Black character in this, and I'm super excited. Thank you very much, Source Books, for sending this to me, and I can't wait to dive into it. Then I have my Katie Robert package. I am a Katie Robert patron, and every other month, I think it is, we get books, and, well, that's the tier that I am in. And I got the copy of Wicked Villain Short Stories from Katie Robert, and then I got the new book called Abel from Katie Robert, so thank you very much for those. Looking forward to reading them. And then finally, this is my other Harlequin box. There isn't anything on here, so I can't show it to you without showing you all my information. Trying not to like break a nail. I go get them done on Friday, so that, ooh, I have to be careful with them. They're super long right now, like seriously, they're super long, and they're sort of interfering with how I get into my phone, which is kind of like annoying. But at the same time, I kind of like them long. And if you're not, make sure you check my Instagram, because I may let you guys choose my next color combination again for my nails. I don't know, because we're going into February. I'll have these nails for February, or the color change will be for February. So I might go with like a Black author readathon sort of theme. We went with like pink and golds and reds and things like that. So typical Valentine's Day stuff, but I'm not sure, because I haven't recorded February's videos yet, but after Friday I will be doing that. So there is that. So this is my Harlequin reader box, or reader subscriber selections for the month. And in here they sent me Craving a Real Texan by Charlene Sands. It's part of the Dare line, which is where I have my subscriber readership to. I also got How to Live with Temptation by Fiona Brand. I got the typical stuff of the whew, the reader health report, and then I got a bonus. I got like 2 bonus catalog things that are in here, so that's real interesting. I have got a copy of At the Rancher's Pleasure by Josh Wood, which is part of Cattleman's Club. And I wonder, yes, it is part of the Cattleman's Club Heir Apparent novel. I started reading these last week with Naima Simone's, and I'm looking forward to reading this and getting this one read. These all come out, let's see, March of 2021. So, super excited to have advanced copies of them. I have a new charm for my necklace back there. And then the final book that I received in my subscribership is Waking Up Married by Reese Ryan, who is a Black author. So super excited. I'm going to be pushing this one up to make sure that I read this one. This is, I guess, part of the Bourbon Brothers. It's a Bourbon Brother novel, so I believe there's a whole series about the Bourbon Brothers. Super excited for that. So those are the 4 books that I received. Super excited for them. I really, really love these Harlequin Desire line books that I've been getting. And I love that I'm getting them a month in advance. So I get to sort of read them before they come out, which is awesome. Okay, guys, so let's get into what I read last week. I started off the week by finishing Can't Escape Love, which is Reluctant Royals 2.6 by Alyssa Cole. I place this in contemporary novella. I give it 4.25 stars. I give it 3.5 steam fans. I listened to this as an audiobook, and there is a major disability rep within this story. So you have Regina, who is uses a wheelchair to increase her mobility. She doesn't necessarily need to use the wheelchair, or she uses the wheelchair for comfort and mobility and things like that. Then we have Gus, who is, what I gather, possibly on the autism spectrum. I'm not exactly sure. But the two of them have interaction because Regina has been listening to Gus, or this person, on a podcast that had been helping her sleep. He does puzzles and things like that. And when Gus just all of a sudden stops making those puzzles or doing those podcasts, Regina finds that she can't find a way to sort of wind her brain down and things like that. So she ends up reaching out to Gus to get him to read for her, and they end up interacting. Come to find out, they're living in the same city, and they start to physically interact and everything like that. My main issue with this was that it's such a novella. It is really, really short and compact. There is just so much talk about Regina's disability in this story that it was really, really overwhelming for me, and it wasn't very balanced in talking about the disability, or the disability rep, because you sort of hear what Gus is going through, but you don't actually know, unless I just missed it. I don't know, but that was the one thing that kind of was just like, okay, I get it that she's in a wheelchair, that she has special needs, that she, is going through this type stuff, but I would have wanted a little bit more of the fleshed out emotional side to it, where it comes to her family, and more about Gus and where his mind was, because you heard him sort of disparage himself and put himself down in different situations, but at the same time you didn't really know, unless, like I said, unless I missed it, what he was going through, or what he actually was going through. The next book that I finished was A Muffin Top, which is book number 2 of the Hardigans, and this is written by Avery Flynn. I'm placing this in rom-com, even though it got overwhelming. I'm only giving this 3 stars. I'm giving it 3 steam fans. Listen to it as an audiobook, and this is a road trip. I don't like the representation of fatness in this book because it was overwhelming. Oh my goodness. So I had an issue with this, with the first book in this series, and I was hoping that Avery had changed it, and maybe I didn't pick up on the references in the third book. But this book, once again, it's supposed to be, you know, a play on the whole muffin top, you know, stereotype of, you know, being overweight and things like that. So we have Lucy, who is a curvy character, and she spent the majority of the book downing herself about, oh, you couldn't like me because I'm fat. You couldn't like me because I'm fat. And Frankie is this like supposed 6'6" ginger fireman that is a mountain of a man already, but he supposedly is like this man whore and of the town, and he pretty much is. He says it about himself and stuff like that. But at the same time, she's like, oh, he couldn't want to be with me. Girl, mountain of men don't want no skinny mini things that they can break. I mean, like, seriously. And you know, being bigger myself, yeah, they don't want, they need something to hold on to. They don't want to break it. But so one night while Lucy is getting a drink, this douchebag of a guy approaches her, and Frankie steps in and pretends to be her husband or her significant other, and then come to find out Lucy needs to go home to her hometown for a family reunion, and this is where she finds out some things about her dad that she didn't know. She has a real sort of tumultuous relationship about her mother, because her mother kind of left and then, you know, kind of floated in and out of her life. She has some issues with the people that she grew up with in her school and her town and things like that, because they all saw her as fat. Oh, you're so fat, you're so fat, you're so fat. Oh my God. Can we get over the fact that she's a, you know, a plus size character? Really? Seriously, can we move the story along? Can it not be about that? Because there were so many other, like, good things that could have come out of this. They could have talked about the whole part that, you know, for her bullying while she was in school. And I did like the fact that we got to the source of Frankie's issues when it comes to sleeping around and fear of commitment and things like that. But it just drove me crazy with the whole fatness, and I was just like, why? Oh, you see, I have this small car, so you know, you must think, oh, how does she fit in there? Ugh. Oh my gosh. So just frustrated me. So many good things could have came out of it, but it didn't. It just annoyed me a little bit. So the next book that I finished was The Blind Date, Love Unexpected, #1 by Delaney Diamond. I give this book 4.25 stars. I give it 4 Steam fans. I read it as an audiobook. This is a Black author, and this is a interracial romance, which the only reason I know that is because of the cover and because the author sort of hints at it, I think. But this book is a contemporary. I think I forgot to say that. So we have Shauna and Ryan. They have a one-night thing. Or no, not a one-night, a week thing, I think it was. While she is finishing up an internship, and then she ends up finding out some things about Ryan, and they go their separate ways until her sister ends up hooking her up on a blind date with Ryan, and you get to flash back and forth to the things that went on within their lives and why they sort of went their separate ways, and I really enjoyed it. I like that the end of it kind of gives us a hint at the next book, and I read this because I was building a list for next week's videos, well, February's videos, because January's video is already done, but for February's Black Author, oh my goodness, Black Author Readathon. Let me see if I can get that out. And I wanted to add this author because I have read her before, but I wanted to refresh myself to make sure that I was recommending good authors that you guys should get to know. And this is definitely one of those books that you should go and read this series, because it is definitely multicultural and I loved it. The next book that I finished was Scorched by M.A. Lee. Place this in contemporary slash, I guess you could say, romantic suspense. I give this one 3 stars. I give it 2 Steam fans. I had it as an ARC. It is available to you. It is part of the Salvation Society books. And eek, guys, eek, 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 eek. There are content warnings for PTSD for this one. And so the story follows Megan, which she kind of annoyed me because she has a dead fiance and she just can't seem to get over him. And I understand the whole, you know, grieve as long as you need to grieve, but it was super annoying that she felt a zing with Ryder upon their first meeting, but she constantly, for the most part of the book, spent the book talking about, oh, I feel like I'm cheating on my dead fiance. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Oh, my dead fiance. Oh, dead fiance. And then all of a sudden, Ryder gets into a sticky situation, and which brings in this whole suspense thing that wasn't built up very well, or balanced, because, you know, most of it was about Megan and her dead fiance. But Ryder ends up getting into the situation, and then Megan shows up on the scene and is like, oh, I'm gonna get through because I'm just gonna get, yeah, no. This wasn't a hit for me. Sorry, guys. And then the final book that I finished last week was Copper Lining, which is Caldwell Family #3 by Christy Pastore. Oh, I'm placing this in contemporary. This is the last book in the Caldwell series, but that does not mean we're not going to get Easter eggs, I'm sure. I'm giving this book 4.5 stars. Give it 3.5 Steam fans. Read it as an ARC. You guys get to read it in the next couple days. It releases. Oh, it is so good. If you guys have not read the other 2 books in this series, you need to, because they are such a fun family. So the Caldwell family is a bourbon family, and there are a whole bunch of secrets that are revealed. Wes is the brother that is sort of the nomad sort of kind of guy, and he's the youngest of the family. He is a tour guide in Maui, in Hawaii, where he meets Minka. Minka ends up losing her bracelet in the ocean of this very venomous ray, and she gets in that water and she's like, I need my bracelet. Well, Wes ends up pulling her out after she finds her bracelet and gets it, and, you know, takes her back to shore, or back to the yacht that she had rented, and they end up hooking up while she's on vacation, and then she ends up leaving, and he doesn't know her last name, so he can't find her. She still has some complications and some things going on in her life, so when Minka ends up coming to work for the Caldwell family, Wes is sort of, you know, sidelined. He's like, what? Okay, this woman has been on my mind for quite some time, and now she's in my presence, and what am I to do with my feelings? Minka's the same way, because she, even though she has some complications and some things that are going on in her life, some things that she has to think of before jumping into a relationship and things like that, so, you know, you get to see that whole dynamic. So, Minka is older than Wes, and I loved that. Not too much older, but definitely older than him. So, that does kind of play a factor in it. I loved all of the food talk that happens in this. I am not a huge person that likes, like, really, really deep food talk unless it's done properly. Like, this story revolves around food and alcohol and things like that, and I think Christy did an amazing job at balancing both of those situations, and I loved it. There are so many things in here that I'm just like, ooh, can I get that? I kind of want that recipe for that so I can try it myself. And I just think that it was just so good. It was so bittersweet as well, because this is the last book in the Caldwell series or trilogy about this family, but there are also so many Easter eggs from Christy's bookish friends, characters that I have met from other authors that are Christy's bookish friends, and it's going to be so nice to see these characters in other books, because I'm sure they're going to like mish and mash and mix up and be in other series, and I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be so much fun. So that was the last book that I read last week. Alrighty, let's talk about the books that I am currently reading. I am currently in the midst of a read along of the Life of Anna series by Marissa Honeycutt. This is going to be seen, even if I don't mention it, throughout the next couple weeks. This is a book that I am slowly making my way back through, because this has got to be one of the darkest books that I have ever read, like ever. And it's not just one book. It is 5.5 books long. And for the first 4.5 books, I was so down in the dark for this series. There is a warning in the first book that you need to adhere to. Make sure that you read that warning. If you don't understand something, read it again, and then, you know, proceed with caution, because it is a dark and twisted tale. I am loving that I am finding little things that I didn't see the first time that I read it, little clues to because this is a multi-genred book, little clues that I didn't see before to clue me in on the different multi-genres that are in this. But this is most definitely is probably the top dark read that is out there for me that I have ever read. I have read some other dark and twisted books, but this one takes the cake on that. Like, it kept me up at night the first time I read it, and so I'm taking my time with reading it through again. I am also reading Winning Hollywood's Goodest Girl by Max Monroe. This is a character that I met, is about a character that I met a couple weeks ago when I read Taming Hollywood's Baddest Boy. And I've already started this book, and I am kind of not feeling it. We have an almost 30-year-old character that was a virgin, and wow. I mean, that's not like a spoiler alert or anything like that, because the first, like the prologue of this book, because I'm listening to it as an audiobook, is all about how she's almost 30 and a virgin. And I'm just like, what? What is this? What? Huh? What? Whew. Then I am also listening to The Switch by Beth O'Leary, and I'm listening to this through I'm listening to it through NetGalley, because I did get a NetGalley arc of this, and which then means that I have to listen to it on my phone, so I can't listen to it on my other devices. So I'm slowly making my way through this one. I do know that it is more women's fiction than it is going to be romance, so I am just gonna make my way through. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, but we will see. So those are the books that I am reading right now. Alrighty, so that is this week's wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comment section if you have read any of those books and what your thoughts on them are. What are you thinking about my current reads, things like that, things that are going on in my life. Make sure that you guys are checking out the fact that I sent my top 2 tiers, some writings, a post about some upcoming possibilities. Make sure you're checking that. I am going to be doing some early access for you guys. There may possibly be early access for you guys when it comes to February's videos. Also, if you did not see last week, I did an interview with Can You Write. Make sure you go check that out. It is available in on regular YouTube because it came out on Thursday. So you guys made this week so amazing over on YouTube. I greatly appreciated that. You know, the announcement of Black Author Readathon, which I hope that you guys will join us as well as, you know, that interview and that new series that I will be doing for the channel. I've already set up for February's. I might do early access for you guys here for that interview. I'm thinking probably the 3rd week of the month is when I'll be releasing them. That gives me time to like process and things like that. For the people that are in the tiers that get podcasts, sorry about that. I should have had a podcast come out last Friday, but I was still like in this weird sort of place when it came to like coming down here. I'm having anxiety about my room right now because it is so overflowing with books that it's just like I don't know what to do with myself. And then, like I said in the beginning, I had a whole bunch of emotions this week that I didn't know that I had, and I'm still sort of walking through those. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video.